How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Disco Elysium, shall we? Well, looking at our journal and the rest of our tasks, and we indeed have a bunch of tasks. So the smoker on the balcony has this little clock icon next to it, because I need to come back there at 9 p.m. Where is the rest of the armor? I've already asked Kuno about the armor. He threw the helmet into the water, but I need to ask the Jolly Mesk about it, and I need to actually talk to him about a lot of this information. Perhaps getting through to the harbor. Joyce is rich and willing to answer questions. Ask one. Pay for the damages. Alright. So I need to talk to that guy. And we will. But first, let's look at the books. Huh? A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Is that all? A book about Boyadero culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. Interesting. Alright, I'm going to go into the shop. I've never actually been in here. And I can't. It's probably too late in the evening, isn't it? Okay, no problem. Let's get some, I bet there's something out of here. Yep, there is. Oh, we are collecting. We're getting rich. Alright. Let's roll past. There's the whirling in rags. The secret passage is perhaps beyond my level of perception. And when I say perhaps, I mean definitely. I mean, I'm not even close. Alright, let's see how much money we can get here by turning in all of our bottles at Frit. Do it.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
I like how they call the money cents when you're talking about coins. You know, that's really interesting, but it's real when it's not.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
I am. I have 13 real. What's in my bag that you want to keep telling me about? Oh, that's right. So I got like a new coat, but I'm wearing this hilarious white blazer. Fine. Anything in here I want to look at? Nah, not really. She's fun to talk to because she's really helpful, but no thanks. Let's go put the screws to this seemingly casual man who's got his fingers in more pots than we'd like to believe, right? Let me just make sure there's no more bottles down here. I've got to pay off Gart. I want to get this guy off my back, and then maybe once I pay him off, he can give us some more booze. It's a perfect plan, really. Alright, we've seen the statue. We've talked to this lady. It did not go well. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Not at all. Okay. Alright. Then fair enough. Let's just get right to it. No more sidetracking. Here's the man we need to talk to. He's lovable. He's leaning on the rails.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Kuno told me you were supposed to know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
Ah, he said he was going to do that, huh?
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Uh-huh.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Uh-huh. Sounds like Kuno.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used us to what? Scare you? The probe into the armor. What'd you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Uh-huh.
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
What sort of technical
I
stuff?
did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Okay.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove.
Uh-huh.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
The cuirass. Alright, so the body piece and the gloves. Hold up. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm ambitious. I'm gonna find all of it. All the pieces.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
Okay.
It's implied he finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
Well, thanks, Rhetoric. I like that Kim doesn't believe me. Let's prove him
The
wrong.
Mesque is epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
He glances south where the canal runs. Interesting. Thank you for
No
your
problem.
cooperation.
If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
I bet he is. All right. Actually, wait. No, there's more I
All
want to talk
wondering,
to him
man,
about.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
Whisper. I have no idea what I'm doing. You're right. It's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved.
Probably not. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Much better here at the harbor, for an honest union man like me.
I see. What about the
You know,
strike?
serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike.
Okay, so he can't talk to me until after. Right. So I talked to him a little bit. But he wasn't super helpful. What is this? A notice. In case of strike, press button behind guard. Nice. A hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. No, not at all, huh? Alright, so all I have to do is sneak by him, right? This lady's just up here drinking. Like, who are all these... These women just love Measurehead? Alright. So, I don't think it's going to go well if I try to talk to this guy, but, you know, sometimes I feel like, let's do it anyway. Let's see if he speaks. Your body...
body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, it does that, doesn't it? My body always betrays that. Wow, his portrait's some modern art. That's nice.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Oh man, these are his groupies. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
Al Ghul, his face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it, An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
I don't have a problem with Al Ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends. Is today a weekday or... Jim, is it really so bad? You're right. I'm an alcoholic, and I need that dead body no longer to be in the tree.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Ham sandwich race?
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
The fat racist over there. You're just him after pumping some iron.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race.
Yes.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft.
Oh,
You
all the
made
wonderful
great
things.
gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
I like the random assortment of things he's picking.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
I mean, that might be true. By the way, I just have to say I love that this Metalhead, which is a great name if you want to be a tough guy, is speaking in all caps.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby.
Measurehead.
Yeah, you know it.
Sorry, not Metalhead. Measurehead. That's even more, like, intellectual than Metalhead. So, you put head in the name, and you're pretty tough, you know? And then you add this huge tattooed body, and you're even tougher. And then... yeah.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
I'm putting my flashlight in his face, and I've got my gloves on, my white blazer, and a bag full of bottles I'm collecting.
This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
You're right about all this. Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. It was your people who put that dead body up there. Your people should help me get it down.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
I'm sure that'll work.
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
Why does this guy kind of remind me of the bald, mustachioed fighter from Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark? The man who's chopped up by the airplane. I mean, that's a spoiler, but there's something about this, you know, his accent, his baldness, his racial superiority. He just feels of that ilk.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Okay, sounds
There
good.
may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
But I don't want that. Wouldn't that mean I'd have to become a Seminese supremacist?
Well, yes. Why? Don't you want to be a Seminese supremacist? So what if you're not Seminese? You can be anything.
Interesting. Okay, so this is again an area where the dialogue does not match the text here. Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings or accept them and become an advanced racist. I could subscribe to it, or I could beat him up. You know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Put this into the trash lately?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
That is so funny. He's like, I won't even look at your
He
cup.
had nothing to do with it.
Alright. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes toward the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor in your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Actually, communism's pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you, the fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases. Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture?
Yes.
Rock and roll music?
Yes. I've gotten it from disco, actually. It's true, I am a rock and roll star and a rebel. Youth culture does not affect my thinking.
Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it anymore. There is no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses.
Good, good. I knew something was addling my brain. I just didn't know it was neurodegenerative herpes. Uncurable.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Yeah, I'm from a... I'll ask, who are the Seminoles?
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you.
Okay.
We are the future. That is all you need to know.
But if you were also history, why have you taken so long to rise to power? So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So you're not really Seminoles, you're just from Revachol?
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world.
I see.
You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting that dead body down from the tree.
Wow, never, huh? Kim, what do you think?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
Kim, good one.
That will be
That will be our lucky
He
racist.
will grant us 3 wishes.
Yeah, 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but you're getting so deep with racism. We're talking like skeletal features.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
Yeah, Kim.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Yeah, he does. What are those tattoos supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
I see. He gestures toward the lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection.
Okay.
I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
It doesn't do what you wanted it to do, but I like that you're into phrenology.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions.
Very pseudo.
One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigmata.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
Let me go back to the tattoos.
Racist. I am.
The drawings are
Your
precise.
earlobes are too big.
The size of the earlobes is not a real craniometric criteria. Everyone knows this.
They do?
Your earlobes are flawless, Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc?
Yes.
He's like, I agree. You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs.
Thanks.
This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
There's nothing wrong with sheep herders. Interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sur la Clef and the other, what, Vesper?
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
Look. I mean, Al Ghul can help people have a good time. Is there something wrong with that? I'm gonna
We
leave.
still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
His gaze wanders over the whirling's roof to the yard, and... Yeah, I mean, I could become a racist. Like, I could internalize that. I just don't like that path, and it's actually pretty easy. Oh, let's talk to Kim. There's a dialogue box on him. We should think about calling it a day.
Maybe.
Oh,
The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for the damages yet. You should take care of that then. But I don't have the
Let's
money.
talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
Well, thanks, Kim. He's frustrated that I don't have any money. I mean, I have some money. I just don't have all of it. I don't know where I was supposed to acquire it. Then again, I guess I could have not wasted time and could have just collected the bottles from everywhere to try to make money, but I don't know if there's enough bottles. I mean, you need a lot of money. I think you need 30 real. And I don't have even remotely close to that. Alright. Let's go see what he says. Oh, here's the union people. Maybe we can get them to chat. Let me look over here, though, and explore the secret passage.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent...
Nah. Nothing to do there. It's the same stuff. Alright, fine. Man, this is a really popular hostel.
Can I help you?
So about that money
Yes.
I owe.
Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Kim is about to say something. Let him. It's cold out. I'll freeze to death because I'm losing the stupid money game.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However,
He adjusts his glasses.
I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Uh-huh.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and...
He stops mid-sentence.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Hold on, I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the counter.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Okay.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
So about
Yes,
the money.
Have you got it?
How much do I
For
owe
the
you?
drinks, 30 real.
Let's
Does
come
that
to an arrangement.
include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I'll freeze to death.
Game? Everything is just a game to you, isn't it?
I'll find a way in. I'll break the door
Oh,
down.
Wonderful. Try to do that. I'll have to call you an ambulance. Not until you...
Okay.
Alright.
Lieutenant. We're...
Goodbye. Gosh. I'm not going to make it past this guy. He's unbeatable. So, Kim might have something in the car to help me get past this. I feel clearly like I messed up, though, royally. Like, I should have been able to afford sleeping, but I just couldn't quite come up with the cash. And I've let Kim down, Gart down, myself down. The entire police department, all of Revachol, Joyce. Maybe I could sleep next to the furnace in Cindy DeSkull's hovel. There's empty apartments I could sleep at. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Yes. An earthquake. Alright.
Inside, You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Okay.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Let's see. Look at the enclosure.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
Wow. What are those
They are
things?
spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
Okay. What do you mean you confiscated them?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
So you... Isn't that corruption?
I don't know. Is it? I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
Did you want to put these spinners on your machine?
No, that would be silly.
Aww.
I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Outrageously cool.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
He smiled. I'm sorry you have to sell them because of me.
As I said, they're useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
You said something about a pawn shop?
Yes, there's one 100 meters south of here. I think it's called Roy's Nest or something. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
I can't take them. It wouldn't be right.
Alright, let's not take them now. Then, come back once we realize we have to. Have this conversation again, and then take them.
Aww.
Sounds likely.
Alright. Fine, close the door. So we're gonna have to come back, but I really want to pretend like I can not sell Kim's spinners, because he wants to put them on the car so badly. Now, I never actually went south, which means I didn't go to the canal down here, which means there's a whole bunch more that I have to explore. Yeah, there's a lot left to do. I don't think I have enough time in a day to do it, but let's see. Alright, everybody. This is a fantastic place to end the episode. We're in process of letting everyone down, but that's just what happens when you're still hung up on disco, right? I hope you all have an excellent evening or day, and I'll check you guys next time when I find enough bottles to pay Gart and make friends with everyone. Take care.